guys today. Today we're gonna be making homemade Philly cheesesteak sliders. We're gonna have some waffle fries on the side. Quick, easy, delicious meal. I've also got some delicious peppers, onions, and I didn't actually get provolone cheese, you guys. I wanted to be different and try mozzarella, so I'm gonna be using some shredded mozzarella cheese. But you guys, this recipe is hella easy, hella simple. Make sure if you haven't already, you guys hit that subscribe button, like button. Make sure you leave me a comment. And I also wanted to show you guys, I'm going to be also putting some nacho cheese on top. You guys don't have to use it if you don't like it, but it just makes it taste way better to me, so I'm going to use it. So yeah, that's it. Let's go ahead and get started on today's video. Yeah, let's do it, you guys.
Okay, you guys are going to need some beef shaved steak. You're going to need 1 green pepper, 1 red pepper, 1 onion. You're going to need a cast iron skillet, 1 metal spatula. You're going to need seasoning salt. You're also going to need sea salt, black pepper, garlic powder. You're going to need some sub buns, and you can also use mayonnaise or ranch to put on the inside of it. You could also put lettuce and tomato too. So I went ahead and added a little bit of canola oil, and I'm going to go ahead and add our steak to our cast iron skillet. You guys are more than welcome to cook your peppers and onions before you add in your steak. This is just how I like to make mine. It's just a preference thing. I like to make my steak first, and then I like to add my peppers and onions. So all I'm doing is opening up both of my containers of steak, and I went ahead and added it to my cast iron skillet. And I think I have this on like medium-high heat. And now I'm gonna take my spatula and kind of break apart those pieces, because sometimes the steak is like bunched up and they're like all in like these big piles, and like they just get like, I don't know, they get like stuck together. So all I'm doing is taking that metal spatula and kind of chopping it up like they would in the restaurant, and just trying to separate all of those steak pieces and make sure everything is getting cooked nice and evenly. And if you notice, some pieces of the steak are like getting this nice and like golden brown color, and that's exactly how we want it to look. It's gonna give it like a little bit of texture, because we don't want our steak to be mushy. I know some people think Philly cheesesteaks are supposed to be like mushy. No, honey, they're supposed to be full of flavor, maybe a little bit, you know, have a little bit of crunch, but not crunchy. We don't want it to be overcooked. We just want it to have a little bit of texture. So now we're gonna go ahead and add in some seasoning salt. Now we're going to add in some sea salt. I'm using about a teaspoon of each of the seasonings. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of black pepper. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And if you guys don't have garlic powder, you can definitely use onion powder. That would work just as fine. Now we're going to give everything a nice stir to make sure all those seasonings get coated evenly, because you see how those seasonings are like bunched up. We want everything to get coated evenly. And I love having this spatula, girl. It makes me, girl, look at me, act like I'm talking to my homegirl. I love having the spatula, y'all. It makes me feel like I really work at like Geno's and like Pat's in Philly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add in some onions. We're going to add in the red bell pepper. And now we're going to add in the green bell pepper, because green and red are so pretty, and it just really makes everything look good, and it makes this dish stand out and pop, and it really makes it taste good too, okay? So we're just basically mixing everything up, nothing fancy here. Okay, I went ahead and added a little bit of water, you guys, because as you noticed, the vegetables were really long before. I took the spatula and kind of like chopped them up into like little like dice, like bite-sized pieces. Not because I wanted to, because I didn't feel like they would get fully cooked, and I didn't want them to be like tough. I hate eating Philly cheesesteaks, and the onions and the peppers are hard and tough and not cooked. It's gross, it's weird, I don't like it, okay? So I'll add a little bit of water, and I'm just taking my metal spatula and just chopping up the vegetables to the right consistency that I want them to be, and I want to make sure everything gets nice and softened. And as you can see, it's been 15 minutes, and look at our Philly cheesesteaks. Our vegetables are nice and softened. Our onions are translucent. As you can see, everything is nice and cooked. I added just a pinch of water just to prevent it from drying out, honey. This is perfect. So I went ahead and spreaded all the steak down, and now I'm gonna go ahead and add in some mozzarella cheese, you guys. I only used mozzarella cheese because I forgot to get it at the store. So if y'all don't have no provolone cheese, honey, mozzarella cheese comes in handy and it tastes just as good. So this is how it looks. It's starting to melt. So I'm gonna go ahead and cover it, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn off my stove, and the heat will already just like cook the cheese. And oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. How beautiful. It's so pretty. I don't even want to dig in it. Look at those gorgeous waffle fries and that nacho cheese. Oh my gosh. Wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Ramsey's homemade Philly cheesesteaks. Ah! Y'all, this was definitely a hit. Y'all already know my family loved it. I loved it. And it didn't even cost that much money. I think this is like probably like a maybe like under $20 meal. The waffle fries were like $3. The steak was like maybe like $4 or $5 each, maybe even more than that. I don't know. Nacho cheese is like $2. Onions, bell pepper. I mean, yeah, that's like what, $2? Yeah, it didn't even cost $20, y'all. Oh my gosh, y'all know I had to try it out. Y'all know Chef Rambo had to do a taste test. Fire. Y'all, I can't even talk. This was fire. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, comment.